down from the highway feeling, and we're chasing demons through the darkness and the night. Oh, oh, feeling the heat as the flames burn brighter, and tensions rising through the smoke and through the lies. And the truth is you can't live without me, 'cause it's not that easy when the drug won't let you down. 'Cause it's a killer, drop dead, stone cold thriller, psycho love won't give up, we go round and round. 'Cause it's a killer, drop dead, stone cold thriller, psycho love won't give up, it's gonna take us out. 'Cause it's a killer, psycho love thriller. We go round and round. 'Cause it's a killer, drop dead, stone cold thriller, psycho love won't give up, it's gonna take us out. Cause it's a killer, drop dead, stone cold thriller, psycho love won't give up, we go round and round. Cause it's a killer, drop dead, stone cold thriller, psycho love won't give up, it's gonna take us out.
Welcome, 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 live from the AMP Media Studios in Boca Raton, Florida. Hosts Don and Freddie S. Take it up a notch to make your evening a bit spicier. More laughs and just some added evening fun. It's the Brooklyn Cafe Show After Hours, coming to your radio waves on True Oldies VCMG Live. If you want to join us on the show or to share a thought or idea, give us a call at 866-224-5422. Hey, and win tickets to a live broadcast of the show.
Welcome, welcome, welcome
Welcome, welcome.
to After Hours. My God, I'm exhausted.
Can
As
you say
see-
it like Santa?
Well, ho, 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 woku, woku, woku.
Kind of get
I went
you.
from a small flask to a big flask.
Gonna
Because
get you a
what a
hot
freaking
toddy.
day it was today. First show, brand new show, Brooklyn Cafe, the Cafe After Hours, and everybody's asking me, what are we going to talk about? Question is, what are we not going to talk about? Because this is Everything Goes.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Josh.
I have an idea.
What is your idea, Josh?
All right, so you know how I have my CBD candle?
I can see that.
Yes,
So-
he's carrying it around, yes.
we should have a wasabi candle.
Wasabi.
Wasabi, because
hot
you know how
stuff.
when you have wasabi, it clears your sinuses and everything. It makes everything smooth.
Yes.
So just have a wasabi smelling candle. You stand over it, you smell it, and it clears all your sinuses.
There's all your
Wouldn't that be
sinuses, no more
painful?
allergies.
Painful.
Yeah, it's
No, that wouldn't be
wasabi.
painful.
Yes, it
When
would
you-
be
when
I feel like
painful.
it would be painful.
I
Like,
would be
it's in
coughing
your-
up a lung.
How?
Down like small doses. 'cause they're burning it. It's a candle.
I don't know. You're the health guru. You tell me. An asthmatic with wasabi candle, is that healthy?
Well, it makes sense when you like really think about it. Like it will slowly burn, so it slowly is gonna clear your sinus.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
What happened to Vicks? Little Vicks Vapor
Oh, that's old
Rub.
news. Wasabi candles. It's the new thing.
You see, wasabi candles.
That's a thing? A wasabi candle is a
We're gonna
thing?
make it a thing. It's not a thing yet, but it will be.
See, this is
Go to
put it out in the
Candyland
universe.
and make it.
You
That's a
have done
real
wasabi?
No, we're gonna go to Candleland and make the candle.
Candleland is a thing?
It's in Miami.
You're gonna go all the way to Miami to make a candle.
Wasabi.
I'm not gonna drive
And
to
it's
Miami.
wasabi.
Wasabi. Wasabi! that you
Wasabi
and I
candle.
think the same is so
Welcome
sad.
to.
What?
It's a good thing she has nothing to say, right? Welcome to Night Train, and on the Night Train we have some producers, and we have our friend Ray Ray from, and she did a show tonight as well.
But this is exciting because we haven't been after hours on oldies in a long time.
I
This
know.
is the first time that we've actually done this, probably since this new crew was with us. So they've never really done it. Podcast, radio style, they've never actually been a part of our after hours. So we're going to see how this rolls out. They do morning with us all the time.
We are allowed now to be wasabi.
What's up, babe?
That's the thing, wasabi candle. I didn't even know that was even existed.
You know, I never knew Vicks was a thing until you told me. You put it on and like a steam, you put your face in the steam, you're shaking your head, and then you put like a towel over your head like the athletes.
You boil the water.
I've never even heard of such a thing until I
Try it.
met you.
Yeah, I used to
Kaylee,
do that.
yes?
My mom makes me do it every time I'm sick, which is why I don't tell her I'm sick.
Is it just like, ooh,
You have asthma?
No, well, actually, technically no, but I do.
But you do. How many cats do you have?
None.
That's Katie. She's got the cats. So what do? You put the Vicks on your chest or you heat up the Vicks?
You put it on your chest, but if you're really bad, boiling water, towel, you come up like this. Your eyes
Oh, I
are a
can
mess.
smell it. It's the menthol, right? Oh, I can smell it already. Oh my gosh, how long do you do this for?
You can't last too long. They say 5 minutes if you can.
It helps?
I live by it. My
Cold
kids.
and flu season. You guys ever do that?
I've personally never done it, but I do believe that it will just knock everything out in your system. You probably will feel a lot better. I didn't grow up doing it.
I've never.
You don't have asthma, right?
No, I don't have asthma.
Okay.
And your parents are doctors. Never grew up doing this, right?
No, I guess we were pretty healthy growing up. Like, honestly, one day home from school usually fixed the problem, and we weren't sick no more, so.
Josh is like, yeah, that's the thing. Although I'm liking the wasabi candle. I'm loving the way you're walking around the studio tonight with your own CBD candle.
That is
Do
really
you feel any
strange.
different?
No.
Here's the power of marketing. That could be anything in that candle,
Yeah.
and they just put a pretty red label on it, and I
No,
bought it knowing
it
that they
smells
would
like
love it here.
CBD.
It does?
Yeah.
Is it clearing your sinuses?
No, it's actually burning my throat, but that's a different animal.
It is.
Yeah.
I'll say my eyes are a little heavy. But
A little
I
heavy?
guess, yeah.
It's
I feel
nap
it
time.
now.
Sure
Sitting
that's the
next to him.
CBD doing that?
You getting tired too over there?
I want to take a nap now.
Oh my gosh.
What is in that thing?
CBD.
You know, it must have been because earlier today when we stepped out, we came back. You notice how chill everyone was?
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing.
They were
But you know,
lighting the
there are
candle.
hidden cameras in the studio now. I just wanted to tell you guys.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, well, sometimes yes, sometimes no. You never know.
So what was the weirdest health thing you had to do growing up? Was it the Vicks? When you got sick, what was the weirdest thing you ever did?
My mom still makes me do it every time I have a sore throat. She makes me gargle salt water.
That's true. That's good.
That's a real thing?
That's a good
Yes,
one,
that's a
though.
real-
Yeah.
Is
it?
Salt water is a good one. Makes a lot of different
And when you
issues.
have the flu, you take 3 raw eggs and an avocado, and you make a
Makes you throw
concoction,
up.
and you put it in over your head like a
What?
hat.
What?
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 think we're all
Avocado and 3
confused. Wait,
eggs,
wait,
and you
wait.
put it over your head.
Raw
That
eggs?
is it. Yeah, no, cooked egg. Yeah, raw eggs.
And what do? You put like in
Something
a shower
in the
cap?
you put it in a shower cap. Something about the protein in it, and it heals you. They did it to me.
Smear it in your, with like the avocado and
It
the
gets
raw
rid of
Yeah,
the
egg.
no, you
headlights
put an
while you're
avocado
there,
on your
too.
head. No, you
Well, no.
smear it. You mix it.
Like all over your all
Yeah.
over your head? Interesting.
Really?
I've never heard that
You
one
never
before.
ever did these home remedies for your feet where you squash up like things and put it on your feet to soothe
My
it? Never did
best
that
friend's
either?
family, they put like potatoes and onions in their sock.
Potatoes and onion in your sock. You do that, didn't you? You tell me you sleep with potatoes.
Yeah, you put them in your socks. The garlic. You put the garlic in your socks and you sleep with it.
And what does it do? It makes your feet soft?
It lowers your blood pressure.
Wow.
It's
You,
true.
you and Edward over there, I think, have the same similar upbringing on different. Are your parents
My
Hispanic?
mom's Caribbean, and my dad's just from the South.
That's the Caribbean and all these things that they do. I'm going to tell you, don't laugh because all of these pills all came from these remedies. These remedies have a certain concoction in, a certain elements, and they can make a pill out of it. So they swallow a pill. Now I was going to ask Ray Ray. Latest thing they're talking about for diabetes is found in our own stool.
You're gonna have to elaborate a little.
Okay,
bit
so
more.
you know you go to the bathroom, you have stool.
Yeah.
There is an ingredient in the stool that they are making pills out of, and you take them for diabetes.
So, do you know like what area helps the person that has diabetes, like their insulin levels?
Insulin levels, it cures the problem with the liver and the pancreas, it cures the slow gut, all this, but it's
Oh, that's
in
interesting.
a pill that they're making. You know who I learned this from? Somebody down south, and then Krager, when he was on with us, I asked him. He says, absolutely, I'll show you the research. Can you imagine taking a poo-poo pill?
Well, they talked about it from babies, right? All the important things that come from babies from the meconium. It's all that pure energy, protein, same type of thing.
As long as they put
But
it
I
in
wouldn't want it from an adult stool.
Is
That I
is it
can
gonna
tell
be
I
you.
just a
actually watched
poop
something
pill?
on this.
A poop pill.
a poop pill.
I watched something on this the other day, and it was talking about how the poops from people in African countries, South Asia, is different and healthier than the poops that are taken in like Europe and in the
Probably.
U.S. because of when it comes to like the diet. So technically, we don't have the healthiest poops in the world.
I bet
But-
Americans probably have like the worst poops. I can't believe we have a show on poop. There's a book.
I don't.
called
How did we
Everybody
get on
Poops.
this topic?
I want to keep progressing into the poo conversation real quick. There's a TV show called Nathan for You. He goes around helping out small businesses. It's supposed to be a comedy show, but he does bring these strange ideas to help them out. And the very first episode, he goes out and helps a frozen yogurt company, and he makes a new special flavor, poo flavored frozen yogurt.
Poop.
Poop
Flavor.
flavored frozen yogurt.
Oh, that's worse than your jelly beans.
And it looks exactly like it, swirled up. And people come in and
We got to get some of that.
That's just disgusting.
Wait, people actually like go in and try it? Oh wow. My real question is, how did they invent that flavor? Like what?
there's someone that invents frozen yogurt flavors.
So we had to go and
and
like test and taste.
Yeah,
and-
supposedly people say we never deny a request. So they had to go and do it. They had test samples. 3 people came in, just tested them out. They didn't know what it was.
They picked the right beep.
Yeah,
Oh, that's just nasty.
yeah.
That's all. And we
That's
so
how you
digress.
make a
Oh,
box of chocolates, and on Valentine's Day you give your loved one.
The X-Lax. Do you
No, a
remember
box of
growing up? They
poo.
would do that
No.
for Valentine's
No,
Day. They'd give
that's
someone a
cruel.
piece of X-Lax. Remember they had
That's
the little. I don't even know
cruel.
if they still make it. That's how old you and I are. The little pieces of chocolate.
I know that, but I never gave that to anyone.
Well, I didn't say you did, but it was a thing people thought it was funny.
Lord have
Guys used to
mercy.
do weird
That's
things
not
in high
funny.
school.
They used to take.
Right? You probably think that would be funny.
You take Nair.
Military would.
You know what Nair is?
I've laxatives.
Yes.
I've been on laxatives once. I never do want to do it again. I never want to do
The
it
pipes of Boca. Thank you. Do you know what Nair is? Hair
The
removal.
hair removal, yeah.
So a lady that had long hair like Ray Ray, they would shoot the Nair across the bow of her hair, and the hair would melt. And they thought that was funny.
Well, they would change it out in the shower lotion, right? In the
again.
shampoo
They
bottles.
replaced the shampoo with the
Oh,
Nair.
that's another one.
Yeah.
That was
Well, what if it
ex-wives.
got into like on your face as you were washing your hair? Would you get like burns on your face?
It burns.
from the Nair.
It
Oh
burns.
my
Probably
goodness.
smell it.
Your eyebrows come
Yeah.
off, all this stuff. But when I was in high school, they did this. They suspended those kids for 6 months. It was crazy.
I would cry.
I was listening to a story on the radio the other day, and there was a woman who wanted her husband to stop drinking, but she couldn't tell him. But he would come home every day and just have beers. He had this beer gut, and she was just kind of fed up with her husband drinking so much. So she poured yellow food dye into his shampoo, into his body wash, and he washed his body every day, and he started getting yellow. So he was
Too much
convinced
beer.
that he was getting jaundice and going to liver failure from the drinking. So he stopped drinking, and she never had to say a word because it was his idea
That's
from the
pretty
yellow.
good.
That's actually a pretty smart
That's
plan.
pretty
All
good.
right, but that's kind
Can
of
I
cruel.
use that? I like it.
Can
There's
you
certain people I
imagine?
got to stop them from drinking. I like that idea.
Right, so she was just like tired of all the drinking he was doing, and so she just put yellow food coloring in his body wash.
And he never looked at the body wash to
See,
see if it
that's
was
the
yellow.
weird thing, but I guess if it's a color, I don't know. People do the weirdest things.
Unless it's yellow body wash.
When I was growing up, I always had ear infections, and every time we'd go away, I would always have an ear infection from flying. So my mother would use wine instead of hydrogen peroxide, white wine in my ears as eardrops all the time. And you know what?
White wine hydrogen peroxide.
Instead of hydrogen peroxide, because who travels with that? But
I
she
do.
always had a bottle of wine around, so
I guess whatever works.
Wine in your ears. It worked, though. I got to tell you. When in doubt,
Use wine.
use wine.
I drink wine. It
Why
clears
not?
up all my headaches and everything else. My ears pop when I drink it. I don't feel no pain. Just got to drink a lot of it.
So, are you excited to be on radio again tonight?
I am. I'm excited that we're doing this, getting the crew involved in this. We invite special guests to tell us their story, like Ray Ray asked her to come in to talk about her story. You remember when we met her?
I have to ask you before we get into that.
Yeah.
What is your name?
So my name, I go by a few different names. Rayma was the name given to me, but everyone gets it wrong. And it's only 5 letters, but the way it's spelled, a lot of people say it wrong and spell it wrong. So I go by Ray, and then people call me Ray Ray because it works. So Freddie's one of them, and a few other people call me Ray Ray. And then people who mispronounce my name as Rima call me Ree, but that's the wrong nickname for the wrong name. That's a whole
Ray
different
Ray
conversation.
works, right?
Yeah, but Ray Ray works. But there's
Don't
definitely like
change.
5 different
I
options
always
out there.
tease him, like, why does he call you Ray? I go, where did she get like the double Ray from?
She's so good, I name it twice.
Yeah. Well, when I spell it, I actually wanted to be different, so I spelled it with 2 Y's. So I don't know if it actually pronounced Ray. It might be Ray-E, but I spelled it with 2 Y's just to be a little bit different.
And when people come in and they watch you hosting the show, you and your doctor,
Yeah.
and then I tell them how old you are. They go, what? She's what? She's been doing this how many years? I go, no, because we met her when we met you.
What
And
was that,
Katie.
back in April?
Back in April.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
because we did the first show with you guys. I think we were on the same day.
Were we on the Lynn University thing?
We're
was
at
the Lynn University
We're actually
one,
going to
yeah.
be back there next month in January. We were invited back because I think they're dividing them up into areas of specialty.
That's what they usually do for the career events. They have one for like the comm majors and then one for like the business major, and people want to go into medical fields. So that way you go there with a purpose. You don't have to like guess and choose if it's the right field.
So we'll be in the media section.
So it's just a media day, I guess. So we're going to be there in January for the media day. And I'm really excited because I'm going to get the film footage from Art Basel tonight. So we're going to be able to pop that in. So one of the cameramen down from one of our local news outlets in Miami went, they interviewed our in-home artist here, Ken Bieberman. It was out on Channel 7 News over the weekend, and they're sending us the footage, so we'll be able to air it tomorrow.
Yes. And I'm excited because one of our producers put together a piece,
That was a great piece.
which was amazing, how it talks about why you would come here for an internship to do your thing. And it just happens to be that I have that, and she's here, and I want to use it to promote more interns to come forward. I think it's a nice piece. You can play it on TV, you can show it, you can explain it. You know, I don't have to sell you on the deal. She's living proof of the deal works. It does happen. He's fantastic at
You
it
know
as
what's
well.
funny? I was watching your interview on that piece. Did you guys watch it? When that friend put together, and I'm watching him talk to Freddie, and it's like, somehow I think you forgot your name from the beginning of this interview.
My head was clogged.
It was Friday. Just like you say, you've got 5 names. I'm watching this, and I'm like, do you not know
Because
your
I
name?
went first, and
Did you
he
still
kept
not know your
on and
name?
off. I was ready to get up and just walk out,
The hard part. Hi, and I'm waiting for.
and he didn't edit it.
And he didn't edit it, and I'm thinking, don't you know your name? What did you even say?
I have no idea.
It started with an F and it ended in a Santori, but somewhere in the middle it was, I don't know what you said.
You know, you just, because you sit there and you go, this is doing.
And then I had to do it again because I do it the first time and Baxton's in the back coughing. So I get Baxton. This is my oversound in the back of him gagging
Wait.
in the back, and we have to do it again.
That's what this show should be. All the outtakes, all the craziness of what happens during the day.
He's like,
You don't like that either?
we're missing Baxton.
Is
and
there
Bailey on
anything
that
you
one.
do like?
We can do maybe like a 2-minute segment of that. But
A 2-minute segment. All right.
But he put a good piece together.
Excellent piece. And I want to use that, and I want to have her be a testimonial to people that are thinking of coming into the business, because this business is not for everybody. We sort of make it easy and nice and everything, this and nice spice. It's not, because when you're going to go down to the next level, it's about to get a whole lot more harder. And you have to learn this quickly. But I want to touch on, so now you're hosting, now it's not you and your doctor, that's the O show.
It's All County Television Network.
That's right. That's the new show.
All county television. It's
You
like a
remind me-
mouthful
He
sometimes.
reminds me of my grandfather.
Put your
When they
mouth down.
forget something, you go, you tell them what it is. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly
You didn't
what
give me
it
a
is.
chance to answer?
Yeah, you're right.
So tell us, how is the experience going for you? You've done it now a few months.
Well, I want to bring it back towards kind of like the beginning when I first started a bit. Like, I know when I first met you guys, I wasn't even really attending the career fair. I was working the career fair that day. But, God just brought us together at the right time, and I was able to meet you guys. And I remember it was probably 2 months. We didn't really talk too much. And you asked me to come on for the show because the people from All County were going to be there that day. And I remember not really being nervous, but embracing the opportunity. And it just going so well. And that's how I initially got started. It literally happened on a whim for me. I was not expecting anything at all. And the biggest thing for me, I would like to say, especially with the progress from when we first started to where we are now, was just being in a place that allowed me to grow without being heavily criticized. Because I feel like, especially, being a young person, getting into it, not even being able to do any type of things with radio and media before, you guys were so welcoming with open arms that it gave me the absolute confidence to just go out there every single time and just give it my best, give it my all, and not worry about every single thing I'm doing wrong. And I feel like that's the biggest thing for me that really got me out of my comfort zone, because it is nerve-wracking being in front of camera. It's nerve-wracking. You want to make sure you don't say the wrong thing. You want to make sure it goes well. So just being in an environment where I was just comfortable to do what I needed to do was probably the best part of starting the show and really being on
It's
it.
interesting because you have one guy here who he's very comfortable. He sits like an Indian on the set. And he talks like, that's right, he does all that wacky stuff.
What's that noise, Josh?
Here we go. There we go.
That one.
And then you have the other one who has yet to start her show.
I will. I'm doing fine.
Is it fear?
So-
What is it that,
I keep changing my mind on what I want to do. I'm very indecisive. So deciding.
is that what it is? Mm-hmm. Indecisive.
I think indecisiveness for me leads to anxiety, leads to all of my mental craziness, which is going to lead into our next segment of the show after we get back from commercial break.
The craziness?
The anxiety that we all live with of what we got to do in life. I think there's so many things. Because you know what? It's great. We live in this great country where we have everything at our hands. Even the amount of panties and bras you can buy online on one site becomes overwhelming. So imagine if
How
you could
many
do
can you buy?
anything in the world.
You only have one
I
pair
know,
of breasts.
but you
How
know
many bras do you need?
Thank you very much. But you know how many choices there are, and then you click, you look. Does it have a wire? Does it not have a wire? Does it have lace? Is it cotton? Is it satin? Is it silky? It's like
Do they have the ones you put water and pump them up?
I don't know if they
like the
still
Michael
have those.
Jordans?
But that's just bras and panties. Imagine the entire world around you. How many choices? How much anxiety you can have
Over bras and panties?
over anything.
No, that's their noise. I don't listen to that.
Well, that's because you're different.
Everybody comes in here, everybody has a problem. And I say to them, do you want mine? Do you want mine? Because mine's cost mucho dinero. Do you want my problems? If you don't, then keep yours at the door. Come in, have a cup of coffee, relax, and just let that whole thing go.
No more anxiety. You're going to sit like Josh and Kaylee over there.
Josh, I think he gives his anxiety to Katie. He's a very clever man.
I don't want it.
Let her keep her own.
Very clever. And the one over there, I don't know what to call her anymore. Editor, she comes in, she doesn't whisper 2 words, and then I find out today,
You always walk in like 2 seconds after I get there.
I am not
That's
that
the
good.
only reason.
I am not that good. She shows up and she does things. She says, I do everything and beg for forgiveness later.
So you know what happened this morning? I came in and there's glitter glue on my chair, silver glitter glue. He's laughing because he knows it's there.
It was his.
I didn't do it.
It was
I know-
Alex's
Yeah,
hat.
no, it was Alex's, but I don't know who created that.
It was you
stocking.
and Katie.
I didn't create that stocking.
Katie did.
So there's
Katie created this.
glitter glue all over my chair, which was one thing. And then I come out here on the set and there's glitter glue on your chair, which leads me to believe, like Goldilocks, somebody sat in my chair, got the glitter glue on their
No.
bootay, and then sat in your chair.
No, that's not
So
what
it means it's on somebody's pants somewhere.
No, what happened was they wrote the name of Alex
Yeah.
on there, and the glue was still wet, and somebody accidentally put it downwards
But then
on
it
your
ended
chair.
up on the other chair, so I think
Because they
somebody
threw it
sat in
over
it.
and they put it on my chair. Both chairs in the back had glitter.
I don't know.
We
If
should
you're
get
walking
an
around,
elf and blame it on the elf.
if you're walking around with glitter on your booty, then I'm going to know it was you who went from one chair. Like
And it ain't a
Goldilocks,
stop
you went
sign.
from chair to chair.
That's funny.
Anyway, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we've got a great interview lined up for you with Tranquility Drive, a new TV series that they are working on getting out to bring awareness to mental health with celebrities, with Dr. Donnie Teague, with Julie Payton, and with Don Tollip. So more to come when we get back.
When it comes to investigative services, you can't settle for inattentive or irresponsible services. PI Network of Florida is a firm that you can rely on for actionable insight for personal or professional matters. From surveillance and insurance claims to background checks and identity theft, the investigative services are extensive. With over 30 years experience and 2 decades of serving the community, PI Network of Florida is trustworthy and reliable. Call today at 786-768-4394. Trust your gut. Trust PI Network of Florida.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show After Hours. And now, back to Don and Freddie S.
And we're back.
Wait, did you see Carmine the cockroach?
Wait till you see Carmine the cockroach.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that past interview. Tranquility Drive, it is in the works. Some great celebrities they're working on and lining up. For more information or to reach them, if you have information, a story to share, or you want to get involved in this great project, contact us right here at Brooklyn Cafe, BrooklynCafeTV@gmail, or always write in or give us a call at the studio, 888-994-4995. Ready to wrap this up, Batman?
Ready? Let's go.
All right, have a great night, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show After Hours. If you want to be a part of the show or simply call in, that's 866-224-5422. We'll see you next time.